Britney Spears, born December 2nd, 1981. The beginning of her career. Born on December 2nd, 1981, in the small town of Kentwood, Louisiana, she was the middle child with an older brother, Brian, and younger sister, Jamie Lynn. She started performing and dancing at a young age and made an appearance on Star Search. She was turned down for the new Mickey Mouse Club on Disney Channel at the age of 8 because she was too young. She auditioned again at the age of 11 and got the part. She was on the show for 2 seasons before they canceled it. She received a deal with Jive Records at the age of 15 for her music career. Britney won 3 awards at the Billboard Music Awards in 1999. When Britney was initially turned down by the Disney Channel at age 8, she went to New York after one of the producers from the show took interest in her and introduced her to an agent. She studied for 3 years at the Professional Performing Arts School. She made appearances in TV commercials and off-Broadway plays. She auditioned again at the age of 11 for the new Mickey Mouse Club and made the cut. The show was canceled after 2 seasons. Britney returned to New York at the age of 15 to do auditions for pop bands and demo tapes. She landed a deal with Jive Records. At the age of 16, she recorded Baby One More Time. The single soared to the top of the Billboard charts. It was powered by the song's video, which featured Britney with a group of dancers dressed as Catholic schoolgirls. The video caused controversy concerning being an appropriate role model for teenage girls. Her debut album with the same title was released in 1999. It entered and stayed at number 1 for 6 weeks. The album had several hits which included in the top 10, You Drive Me Crazy, and the top 20, From the Bottom of My Broken Heart. By the end of 1999, the album sold 10 million copies and has gone on to sell a good 3 million on top of that. It has sold more than 22 million copies worldwide. At the age of 17, Spears was a superstar. In 1999, at the Billboard Music Awards, Spears won 3 awards: Female Album Artist of the Year, Female Artist of the Year, and Best New Artist of the Year. In the late 90s, Britney Spears was the driving force behind the return of teen pop. She didn't become just a star, she was a bona fide pop phenomenon. In the spring of 2000, Britney was releasing her follow-up album, Oops, I Did It Again. The title track raced into the top 10. The album entered the charts at number 1 and sold over 1 million copies within the first week of its release. This set a new record for single week sales by a female artist. Her singles included Lucky, Stronger, which was gold selling, and Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know, which was co-written by Shania Twain and her producer Mutt Lange. The album sold over 9 million copies. In 2001, her third straight number 1 debut album was released. She wanted to present herself as a more mature young woman. The singles were not as successful as previous ones. I'm a Slave for You, I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman, and Overprotected did not make the top 10. Her feature film debut, Crossroads, hit theaters in early 2002 but was said to be disappointing, but ended up netting more than $37 million at the box office. Britney made a cameo appearance in Austin Powers' Gold Member. The sales of Britney, her third album, slowed at 4 million copies. New teenage female singer-songwriters were emerging, such as Avril Lavigne and Michelle Branch. Britney wanted to shed her virginal image and take her sound in a new direction. I'm a Slave for You is said to sound more like Prince than her bubblegum pop. Spears stated, "I'd get bored singing the same type of song all the time. I still love my old stuff, but you have to extend yourself and grow." Britney caught people's attention at the 2001 MTV Video Music Awards when she danced with a 7-foot albino python around her neck in barely there costume. Britney released In the Zone in 2003 after taking a break from recording and performing for several months. The album reflected that she wanted to be taken seriously as a mature adult, although she was still highly sexualized. As predicted, the album topped the charts and had several singles: Toxic, Every Time, and Me Against the Music. Toxic won a Grammy for Best Dance Recording. A look into Britney's personal life. In 2004, her personal life was no longer seen as what was described to be candy canes and kisses. She married her childhood friend, Jason Alexander, and the marriage was annulled 2 days later. She was constantly seen with Starbucks and cigarettes. And finally, her relationship with Kevin Federline, a former backup dancer, continuously made tabloids. Britney was forced to cancel the last part of her tour due to knee surgery. The two married in September of 2004. Photos of Britney leaving a dingy gas station barefoot made their way across the internet. Her album Greatest Hits, My Prerogative came out that January and followed with the announcement of her pregnancy. My Prerogative was her way of talking back to her critics and the media critics around her. Her greatest hits, My Prerogative, sold 5 million copies. Not long after, the singer announced that she was expecting the couple's first child. Sean Preston Federline was born that September, and a bidding war began for the first rights to the baby photos. She soon released a remix album in time for the holidays. Britney found out that she was pregnant again in 2006. Shortly after the birth of her second son, Jaden James Federline, she divorced Kevin Federline. She was stuck in a long custody battle that eventually went in Federline's favor. Britney had checked in and out of rehabilitation centers, and what can be said as Britney's all-time low is when the singer shaved her head in California beauty salon in February of 2007. Her performance at the MTV Video Music Awards that year was a disaster. Her dancing was sluggish, lip-syncing was poor, and she appeared to be nervous. Britney's album Blackout was released in October of 2007 and has proved to be her least successful album to date. Britney's public image continued to take blows at the start of 2008 when she lost custody of her children, many court appearances, and had an involuntary psychiatric hold. A comeback? Despite the lower success of Blackout, it won Album of the Year from the European Music Awards in November of 2008 and went on to reach the second slot on the Billboard charts. This comeback was short, as Britney had another breakdown in January of 2008 and was sent for a psychiatric evaluation after refusing to return her sons to their father after a court-appointed visit. At age 27, Britney's father obtained control over her personal, professional, and medical matters. The beginning of her return. Spears made a guest appearance on the sitcom How I Met Your Mother. She released her new lead-off single the fall of 2008, Womanizer. It was her first #1 single in nearly a decade. It was followed to the top by 3 in 2009. Later, when she was 27, the full album, Circus, was released in December of 2008. The album contained syrupy ballads and up-tempo dance. This was designed to fuel her comeback. 1 year after the awful performance at the MTV Video Music Awards, Britney made a triumphant return when she brought home 3 awards for Piece of Me. Her ex-husband even joined her on tour so she could spend more time with her kids. In 2011, Britney proved that she could still make powerful pop music. Off of her album Femme Fatale, it featured I Wanna Go and Till the World Ends. The album climbed the charts and made it her 6th #1 album. Hold It Against Me became her 4th single to reach the Billboard Hot 100. Till the World Ends, the 2nd single on the album, which was co-written with Kesha, didn't top the charts but was a bigger hit, going double platinum in the US. Along with all of the success in her career, Britney was happier in her personal life and became engaged to Jason Trawick in December of 2011. X Factor. In 2012, Spears joined the judges panel on the singing competition show X Factor. Simon Cowell, a fellow judge, described Britney as being very unpredictable and that you never know what is going to happen. She has taken this very seriously and she's surprisingly quite mean. Britney says that she uses constructive criticism with contestants and prefers to be honest and candid with her critiques. Britney left the series at the end of 2012. Britney's latest album. Britney made headlines after she released her 8th studio album, Britney Jean, her first project in 2 years. This was executive produced by will.i.am in December of 2013. She says this is her most personal album ever. The album was preceded by its leading single, Work Bitch. Other albums include Alien, Perfume, and Passenger. She also made a cameo on Miley Cyrus's 2013 album, Bangers. Britney announced her 2-year residency in Las Vegas. Some critics called the album forgettable, while others call it introspective and mature. One thing's for certain, Britney has proved that she is still a powerful force in the world of pop music. She has been one of the most successful and at times controversial solo acts in popular music.